evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Tennessee gets a new license plate design. Tullahoma welcomes an honorary alderman from Tullahoma High School, and we'll dig deeper into the most recent Lunch and Learn. All these stories and more are coming up on tonight's News Leader.
I feel like we're safe at Parkview.
There's somebody on staff all the time, so if you need help, help is there.
We are surrounded with people that are looking after us and taking care of us.
The staff is wonderful and always available. We feel so safe and secure here.
I feel safe at Parkview all the time.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. At this week's Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, Hope Nunley from the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce formally invited the board to attend their centennial membership celebration.
Well, I am Hope Nunley, Executive Director of the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm just here to formally invite you all to our centennial membership celebration that's going to take place on Friday, February 4th. We will award Business of the Year, Small Business of the Year, Citizen of the Year, so many other awards, and just wanted to again just make an appearance and come and invite you all and hope you can join us. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Nunley. I think we're all looking forward to that. You do have a comment.
Yes,
My wife wants to know if there's a theme.
A theme?
A theme.
Well, it is our centennial membership celebration, and we have found out that the appropriate gift for 100 years is a 10-carat diamond. And so if you would like to gift your wife with the appropriate attire, I'm sure she would greatly appreciate that.
She was just wanting to know what to wear. We're doing Hawaiian.
Business casual. Business casual.
A 10-carat diamond.
With her 10-carat diamond.
I think your wife would wear a diamond very well.
So it is going to be at the Coffee County Conference Center, and social starts at 5:30. And I do have to just take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, First Bank and Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital. So very excited to have this in-person event again. So.
And you said February 4th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At what time?
Social starts at 5:30.
Thank you, Ms. Nunley. We're looking forward to that, and congratulations on 100 years.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you all there.
Thank you now.
Also at this week's meeting, the honorary alderman was Aubrey Lawson.
At this time, we'll have a presentation to our honorary alderman. You see a new alderman sitting around our table tonight, and I've had an opportunity to review her resume briefly, and it is quite impressive. Ms. Aubrey Lawson is with us tonight, and we're delighted to have her here, and we'll give her a chance to talk a little bit about herself and what's going on at the high school in a little bit. But let me give you a summary of some of the things that Ms. Lawson is doing in high school. It will be a summary because I don't have time to read all of it. She's on the student council since 2018. She's on the Mayor's Youth Council, and thank you for serving on that, Alderman. She's on the National Honor Society. She's in the Tullahoma High School Band. What do you play in the high school band, Aubrey?
I play percussion.
Very good. Oh, my goodness. That's exciting. She's on the varsity tennis team. She's co-captain. She's on the Math Honor Society. National English Honor Society, Tullahoma High School Show Choir. That's been great this year. Chick-fil-A Leadership Association, Student Teacher Advisory Committee, Distributive Education Clubs of America. Quite an accomplished young lady. So she's also been serving on the Governor's School for Science and Engineering, All-State and Mid-State Choir, Tullahoma Civic Choir, Debate and Public Speaking, the founder of that speaking club, distinguished young woman in Tullahoma. So Ms. Lawson, that's quite an extensive resume, and I have a proclamation that I'd like to present to you. So if you would stand at the flag there, I'd like to present you with this citation. Thank you very much for being here.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. As tax season approaches, we are bringing you tips from the IRS. In this video, they explain how to not fall for text message-based tax scams.
Thieves use email, telephone, and social media for various online scams. They also send fake text messages. This is known as smishing. Taxpayers need to remember that the IRS will not contact them by text message or social media and ask for personal or financial information. The IRS will also not initiate contact by phone or email. If the IRS needs to contact you, it'll usually first send a letter in the mail through the U.S. Postal Service. Like phishing scams, which are scams sent by email, smishing scams will appear to be from trusted companies, government agencies, and charities. Cybercriminals pose as the IRS and Treasury Department in smishing scams that attempt to collect personal and financial information from taxpayers. These text messages will often use fake URLs and fake website names. Do not open them. They could lead you to a website that can be used to steal your personal information, or they could even load malware onto your device. These text messages may also contain a telephone number to call back. Do not call that number. It's not the IRS or Treasury Department. It's a scam. Remember, you should be wary of any unsolicited text messages you receive, whether it says it's from the IRS or an organization offering governmental aid. Always verify that contact, content, and context with the actual government agency on their actual government website. Taxpayers should report fake IRS, Treasury, and tax-related text messages to phishing@irs.gov. For more information on how to identify the scams and protect yourself, visit irs.gov/phishing.
The Tennessee Department of Revenue reminds Tennessee drivers that they will receive newly designed license plates for 2022. The new license plates will be available online, by mail, and in person as residents complete their annual motor vehicle registration renewals. Under Tennessee law, the plate may be redesigned every 8 years if funds are approved in the General Assembly's annual budget. The new license plate design will replace the current plate design launched in 2006 with modifications in 2011, 2016, and 2017. Points to note, license plates are issued through Tennessee's local county clerk offices. Motorists can visit www.tncountyclerk.com to renew online. New plates can be renewed in person, online, by mail, or by kiosk. If you choose not to renew in person, the renewal fee will include $5 for mailing. Motorists are not able to renew early to receive the new license plate. You must wait until your designated renewal month. For more information and answers to commonly asked questions, visit www.tn.gov/revenue/new plate. And more news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. Growing, getting bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jumping up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. Traders Bank in Tullahoma has gone all out for Valentine's Day, so I stopped by to talk with Nancy Fuller and the designer, Tammy Barnes. Well, if you've been to Traders Bank in Tullahoma, you can certainly tell love is in the air here. As we're getting ready for Valentine's Day, there are some beautiful, beautiful decorations, and I'm talking with Nancy and Tammy, who's with Traders Bank. Nancy, if you would, tell us about these wonderful decorations you have here.
Okay. Well, Tammy is the creator of all these decorations. I can't take any credit. I just said to her one day, I said, wouldn't it be cool just to turn this into Valentine's? And she said, oh, we can do that. Well, what's my budget?
Always important.
Always important. So she goes out with her wonderful husband that always helps and just creates this whole thing. Wow. She's made some of the stuff she bought and put on there, but the tree itself is just amazing to me.
Oh yes, the tree is spectacular and wonderful, and I'm assuming this is something that you've always just been into.
It's my passion. I just like to decorate, make things look pretty, and I like for customers to come in and enjoy it, you know.
Well, you certainly knocked it out of the park because it looks fantastic. And as you were saying, Nancy, I bet there's probably not many other banks around that have some Valentine's Day decorations.
I would think not. But we enjoy it, so we hope all of our customers come in and check it out.
Absolutely, and I implore anyone, come and check it out. They've done a wonderful job here. Your Christmas decorations were great as always, and once again, this is a fantastic job you've done, Tammy.
And even if you're not a customer, come on out and see us.
Of course, yes. Come on in and enjoy it. It's wonderful, and great job as always.
Thank you.
Thanks. At the most recent Lunch and Learn put on by the Tullahoma Parks and Rec Department, author Elizabeth Taylor came to speak about the period at Camp Forest when German American citizens were detained there. In this segment, she addressed Camp Forest history and what life was like for detainees.
Camp Forest was one of the first civilian internment camps in the U.S. And prior to it being civilian internees, it was a major military installation. Most of you know, not even a mile down the road. There were over 80,000 acres on Camp Forest proper. And when you're riding down today's Wattendorf Highway, that was at the time Forest Boulevard. So you're riding down the main street of Camp Forest. And when you look on either side, you see the roads and you see the dirt piled up, but those are all of the company streets that composed the reservation. So you kind of get an idea as you round the curve there on Wattendorf all the way to about 1/4 of a mile from the interstate, really how big it was. And they started construction in 1940. It was about $36 million, which equates to about $575 million today. Now, it was in the spring of '42 that the responsibility for detaining civilian internees was turned over to Camp Forest. They stayed there about 18 months before they transitioned Camp Forest to a POW facility. And then those detainees, some were released and went home, some went to North Dakota, and then some went to Crystal City, Texas. Crystal City was more for individuals with families. So the male of the household may have been arrested, so the wife and however many children would have been left at home, but they could have petitioned to be detained with the husband as well. So there were a lot of different cases that happened in this whole process. There are limited records right now on the civilian internees at Camp Forest. So I'm continually trying to get more information and understand this process. But for the most part, they were treated well, just like the POWs, and were able to get medical and dental services, had canteens, had access to the Red Cross. They even had recreational activities and started their own newspapers called The Latrine. And you see a lot of letters that these individuals wrote. Some of them writing home, everything's fine. Some of them, because you have to understand, within this population, there were a lot of cultural differences. There were individuals of Jewish descent. And so those people who were rabid Nazis preyed upon these people. So it wasn't like summer camp, even though they had access to these facilities. Some of these individuals were in grave danger. I've read a letter where a person is writing to his lawyer in Atlanta, please get me out of here, please get me out of here. I get death threats, things are becoming dire here. And I've yet to understand what has happened to him. And so I'm hoping to be able to research and learn more about that. They could actually work, and they were paid for their time at work. And it varied from each experience. But at the end of the day, they were forcibly detained, perhaps just only based on their nationality.
And we'll be right back after these commercial breaks with a story from a detainee.
One thing about park review, we could bring our animal out there with us.
It would have been a deal breaker if we had not been able to take Gracie.
Yeah, we would not have gone.
If you want to do something, there's something to do most of the day. You shouldn't get bored.
I really enjoy my life here at Parkview. I really choose what I want to do. We have a wonderful library with hundreds of books that I love. It is a wonderful place.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus.
I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends.
Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good, nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. During the Lunch and Learn, Elizabeth Taylor spoke about a detainee's story.
Now, the three individuals that I want to talk about, these are just three stories that I've been able to find and been able to get a little bit more research on. And the first one is J.W. Gunther. And he was a German immigrant who came to the U.S. in 1922. He had an aunt here. She was married, had a couple of kids. Been here for about a decade, and we're in the Richmond, Virginia area. Gunther assimilated into the U.S. very quickly, held several jobs. He was an accomplished painter and commercial illustrator, taught at the College of William and Mary, and seemed, for the most part, on paper, because that's all I've seen thus far, an upstanding potential citizen of the U.S. Now, I've seen articles where they talk about his paintings. He won a number of art shows. This is a reproduction of a photo that he painted, Mrs. Randolph from Virginia, based on a miniature about that size from 1785. And so you can see with that level of detail what an accomplished painter he was. He painted political figures, Lincoln, Patrick Henry, Woodrow Wilson as well. And one of the things that I've noticed is he liked to write to the editor of the Richmond Times. We've all seen the op-ed pieces, and sometimes their opinions differ from ours. And he wrote from about 1935 to 1940 in response to articles that he had read in the paper. And he tried to give the German perspective of what was going on. And of the few other things that I've found, he subscribed to a German propaganda newsletter called The News from Germany from an individual called Hans Rolf Hoffmann. And what we've since learned is this was literally one of the Nazi propaganda letters that was used to disseminate throughout the U.S. and paint a certain picture of actually what was going on in Germany at the time. Now, Gunther went back to Germany almost yearly, so perhaps his perspectives were based on what he saw when he went back, his friends that were still there from his letters that he wrote home, and or this particular newsletter. And he was well written as well. So the letters are nice and just presenting the other side of the story. But by late 1940s, the letters stopped, and I haven't been able to find any more. And I've yet to be able to find the details of his arrest. One of the things that continues to come up is individuals could be minding their own business for whatever reason, family members, friends, whoever don't like you, they report you, and just based on, I think you're a Nazi, you're arrested and you're taken out. No ifs, ands, buts, or questions asked. So what I hope to find out, was his arrest warranted? Was it someone in the art community trying to remove a rival? Or was there some other reason that he was detained? But he was detained and not released until about 1946. So he stayed incarcerated. You know, what I'm assuming is his incarceration didn't seem to have a dramatic effect on his outlook, because he did a lot of drawings for the Infantry Journal, did drawings for the book Americans, the story of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, the Japanese American unit that went overseas. And he even, the camp commander at Camp Forest, he wanted to do an oil painting of him. And the commander knew that he was going to be shipped out soon, so he elected to just get a pencil drawing. And it's a beautiful pencil drawing. Now, Gunther told the commander, I did an oil painting of Hitler. Did he have a sitting? Was it a picture he saw? Did he have a relationship? Did that somehow figure into it? I don't know. So there's still a lot of questions, and that we need to find out about him, to find out, was his incarceration valid, or was there some other reason? Hopefully when the National Archives reopens, I can get a lot of those arrest records.
And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast coming up after these messages.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
We're losing it, doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes. Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1972 at 75 degrees. The record low was in 1918 at -7 degrees. The average high for this day is 48, and the average low is 29. Partly cloudy for tonight with a low of 31. Mostly cloudy for Friday with a high of 44 and a low of 32. And rain and snow mix for Saturday with a high of 46 and a low of 28. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader on 6. Stay safe. Have a great evening.